Today I'm gonna test how Red Dead Online performs on the new Xbox Series X console. Yes, I have a new Xbox, and you can see unboxing on your screen. I will even call it perfect unboxing. Anyway, we will take a look on loading times, general performance, graphics and FPS, stuff like that. And we will compare it with my old Xbox, which is just Xbox One. Not Xbox One X, not Xbox One S, simply Xbox One 6 years old console. Let's begin with testing loading times. On your left you can see Xbox Series X and on your right there is Xbox One. We will measure time from the moment when you click on the application till the moment when you will actually log in into free roam. And by the way, I'm sorry for these small artifacts on the video, it's some bugs with my capture card. It has nothing to do with the new or old Xbox. Anyway, I will try to press all the buttons as fast as I possibly can, and as you can see I'm trying to log in right into the free roam, not in my camp. It's because when I try to log in my camp on the old Xbox, half of the time I end up with infinite loading screen. Okay, few additional impressions on my new Xbox while we are logging in. It's super quiet, it's much more quiet than my PC. Plus, it doesn't produce that much of a heat. Plus, I like the design so much. It's actually one of the main reasons why I choose Xbox over PS5, because design is perfect in my opinion, and I cannot say the same about PS5. Another reason is that I had high-level Red Dead Online character on Xbox and I didn't want it to start all over again. Anyway, I tested this twice and fully load into the game takes around 1 minute and 20 seconds on Xbox Series X. And wow, that was impressively fast. Okay, we will fast it up a little bit, but on Xbox One this process took 3 minutes and 3 seconds. As far as I know, on Xbox One X this process takes a little less time, but not too much, and Xbox Series X is still the fastest. Also, I've measured the times that it takes to change the session once you've already logged in into the game, and the difference was not so impressive. It took 1 minute 3 seconds on Xbox Series X and 1 minute 40 seconds on my old Xbox. Now let's talk about the general performance and graphics. I would say that Red Dead Online on new Xbox Series X works perfectly smooth. Not only comparing to the old Xbox One performance, but also comparing to my PC. There is no freezes or spikes, it's super smooth, it's enjoyable. And graphics is so good, it's just gorgeous, especially on 4K HDR TV. And unfortunately I cannot show you any footage from there because it turned out that I don't even have tools to normally work with 4K graphics on my PC. But anyway, it just looks super awesome. But there is one problem: 30 FPS. And not only on 4K resolution, on Full HD it is well 30 FPS. I tested this in 2 different ways and result was the same: 30 FPS. Not less, not more. So it's an obviously FPS log from the Rockstar, and actually it feels like game right now, even with backward compatibility, can run on the full 60 FPS on Full HD, but they just limited FPS to 30. Maybe it's because soon we will see next gen version of Red Dead Redemption 2, the one that we will have to pay for to get this 60 FPS on 4K and Full HD. Maybe even more on Full HD, who knows, but so far we have only 30 FPS on Full HD, but that's extremely stable 30 FPS on both 4K and Full HD from what I've seen so far. It doesn't drop below 30 even in Saint Denis, even on 4K resolution. And comparing Xbox One to this, I had like 30 FPS at most of the time on a free roam, but once there was another player or I was visiting some town or there were explosions or stuff like that around, FPS dropped dramatically. I remember having like 23 FPS at some point. If we will compare graphics to PC, I will say that it looks like ultra graphics on Full HD, in my opinion. It's just super awesome, there are many small details, it looks gorgeous. So in a few words, I'm super happy with how Red Dead Online looks on this new console. And yes, there is a 30 FPS and it's a little bit disappointing, but after all it's not a next-gen version, it's a backward compatibility. By the way, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Will we get anytime soon next-gen version for the Red Dead Redemption 2? And if so, will it be free? Well, no in Rockstar it will not be free, but maybe you believe in it. Maybe it will be in form of some DLC, who knows? Or maybe it will just cost some money, just full price without any extra benefits besides cooler graphics and 60 FPS. By the way, one more thing that many people were asking me about: character transfer. Was it easy? Yes, it was extremely easy. All I had to do is to log in on my new Xbox with my Xbox account, re-download the game and reinstall it and just log in. And here we go, I can continue story mode and I can play in Red Dead Online with the characters that I had on the previous Xbox One. Just keep in mind, you cannot transfer characters like that from PC to new Xbox or from PS4 to new Xbox. It doesn't work like that. If you play on PS4, you can transfer character to PS5. That's it. Overall, I'm super happy that I bought this new console. Yes, I had to pay a little extra because in my country they are super hard to get, but it was worth it. I mean, the difference with my old Xbox is just impressive, it's super huge difference. And I cannot play on PC right now, but anyway, I like how game looks on this new Xbox Series X much more than it looked on my PC, even on Full HD, I'm not even talking about 4K. So I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed buying new console, which is unlikely, but anyway, thank you for watching, hope you had a nice time, до свидания.